Hello, MonstersAbound here, back with a brand new campaign in Stellaris. Sorry about my previous campaign, the Albion Commonwealth, finishing, but MegaCorp kind of snuck up on me, and that save is now uncompatible. Well, I probably could roll back and continue to play it, but that means playing with the tile system again, and I don't want to do that. But never mind, because MegaCorp, big thank you to Paradox for giving me a game key for early access, so I can play as the Floating Turtle Jellyfish plc. Floating Turtle Jellyfish plc is run by the Bagoogians, so named in honour of their belligerent and tentacled founder, Bagoogi. Long may his shell float above us. They are weak because they're basically just balloons, fleeting because, much like balloons, they tend to pop, but they are talented, quick learners and ingenious, sort of by nature. They have to be, they're balloons. Floating Turtle Jellyfish plc is a totally legitimate going business concern, a business which no one has ever found any evidence of doing anything wrong, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong, dead wrong, because we off them, well, we up them, as the Bagoogians say, whereby we sever the tentacle that's tethering them to the ground and they float away, never to be seen again. The worst fate a Bagoogian can suffer. Which means, of course, we are playing as a MegaCorp, but we've got a slightly darker past, and that we're a so-called criminal heritage. I mean, if we're the government, can we really be criminal? Don't answer that. And we also make people pay their bills by indenturing them, because it's a service. If they buy a new coffee percolator at outrageous markup and then can't pay their bills, then they can work off those bills in our mines. We provide this service for them. It's entirely legitimate because we're the government. We are militaristic, authoritarian and xenophile. We like aliens and their money as long as they're in their place, and if they get out of that place, we'll punch them in the face. Well, we'll bump up against them aggressively because, as we've established, we're basically balloons. So we're starting here in the sort of little corner of the galaxy. So far so good. We've got Bagoogi is our home system. Bagoogi Prime is our home world. We click on the home world. Whoa, isn't that good? Yes. I mean, I've seen it on like the pre-release streams and all that kind of stuff, but I think when you open the planetary window for the first time, it is like being smashed in the face with an Excel spreadsheet. However, I would say it quickly becomes incredibly intuitive. It's very... I got it very quickly, and I'm quite slow. So if I can get it, everyone should be fine. It's kind of like the Matrix, in that very quick you start to see the patterns emerging in the code. So, 3 main areas. You have the districts. The districts provide you with the base resources. So you start off with energy, minerals, and food. And also you have city districts which provide housing. Districts also provides housing as well. And each of these will provide jobs. And jobs are then staffed by population on the planet. Housing allows population to grow on the planet. And they will then produce resources depending on what job they're doing. You also have buildings. Now buildings there's a set number of buildings you can have on your planet. And each one does different things. You can unlock them every, I think it's 5 pop levels up to 75. And you can have multiples of the same building. So we've got like an alloy foundry here. We could build another alloy foundry if we so desired. If I can find the bloody thing. I think it's at the top. There we go, alloy foundry. So you could build another alloy, so you could have 2 of those. They each provide 2 metallurgist jobs, and they turn minerals into alloys. So you've actually now got a bit of a supply chain, which is brilliant. Love it to bits. And again, it's very easy to just wrap your head around as well. So if we take research, for example. So we produce minerals. So far so good. We then turn them into consumer goods in the civilian industries. Fine. And then the research labs use consumer goods and put out research points. Easy peasy. It's just really intuitive, really, it's just, such a good change. I cannot gush enough about how much I love what they've done here. I mean, don't get me wrong, MegaCorp, great, but the patch itself that's coming with MegaCorp, the change, it makes things so much better, so much more interesting. I cannot express enough how much I love this. So we've still got the tile blockers and stuff. So occasionally we'll have rare planetary features. We might find some of those later. But we don't have any on Bagugi Prime. But we've also got some planetary blockers here. We've also got some features, and that is what provides the districts. So we've got fungal forests, fungal caves, lichen fields. So they provide 2, 2, and 3, and we've got 2 lichen fields there. So all that in total gives us 7 potential agricultural districts. If we didn't have the fungal forest, for example, we would only have 4. The planet might still be size 19, but we wouldn't be able to have that many agricultural districts on it. There's other ways to produce food, of course, but generally, if you can find a planet which has a lot of agricultural districts, obviously you want to put, quite a lot of food there, because that can then supply your other planets which might not have so many agricultural districts. But stuff like that is really nice. I like the flavour they've given some of these. So hot springs, groundwater heated by geothermal processes streams from the surface of these springs. I like that. I like that a lot. We do have some blocked ones. We've got some max generators blocked here. In fact, Bagugi Prime has quite a lot of generator potential. As far as I'm aware, homeworlds are like any other planet. They have different. I think they have as standard. They'll always have 6 of each district, but they might have more. So we've lucked out, and we've got quite a few energy districts here. So that'd be quite useful. We could potentially turn Bagugi Prime into a nice energy production centre, potentially. So we could clear out those to get more potential generator districts. We've also got a sprawling slum here, which if we clear, we get a Bagugian pop free of charge. There's basically a whole bunch of people living in these slums not doing any work. Lazy so-and-sos just floating around, bumping into things, not doing anything useful. So we can bulldoze that and put them in the mines. And that's potentially what we'll do, but not right now. We'll leave them there for the moment, but eventually we will, of course, bulldoze the shit out of them. We've got Dussel here. He's our governor. He's apparently... oh, he's righteous. Lovely. So apparently, in a MegaCorp that has a criminal heritage, we've got a righteous governor. Fine. 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 No problem with that. Okay, so we could build another building here. We're not going to. We could build a district. We're not going to because we don't have enough. We've already got jobs for all of our pops. So we've got 28 pops on the planet. We've got 28 currently employed, none unemployed. So there's no more jobs that we could give people. Amenities make people happier, and they are produced by jobs such as the entertainer job, which you can get from the Hollow Theatres. So the Hollow Theatre would give 2 entertainer jobs. They turn consumer goods into Unity and amenities. And we've got some housing here, so available housing. So currently we've got 35 and we're using 28 of it. Or rather, we've got 28 pops that need 25 because I'm assuming because we have indentured servitude, they don't get as many houses. We pile them on top of each other basically. We just put it's like a bunch of balloons just being pushed into a warehouse. We just close the doors and they will just kind of like bustle about, just draping their tentacles over each other. Blah. Okay, so let's have a look at the population here. So we've got 2 rulers. They're coming from the Planetary Administration. So we get 2 executive jobs and 1 enforcer job there. And so these guys are producing Unity for us. And as you can see, they've got quite high rural living standards. So they take 2 food and 2 consumer goods. And then if we have a look at the specialists, so these guys are the researchers, the metallurgists, they're also the enforcers and artesians. As you can see, their upkeep is... They're specialists, so they take 7 food and 3.5 consumer goods. So they're actually half the consumer goods of the rulers. The rulers take 1 each. These guys only take half. And we've got the workers who, they're working in our mines, they're working in our fields, all that kind of stuff. So the farming jobs, the mining jobs, and technician jobs. As you can see, their living standards, not so good. So, in fact, the slaves don't get any consumer goods. The workers, I think... I'm not sure if any of these guys are actually slave, because I think our slave is actually... let's have a quick look. Policies. So, oh, that's not slavery, is it? It's species. We want species. Species. There we go. Set rights. Okay, so we've got stratified economy. So slavery type. Chattel slavery, right, so have increased resource production but cannot be employed in rural husband. So resources. So what does that do? I don't quite know who's actually enslaved. I mean, I guess it's not important. Stuff is happening. It's fine. So we can see that they're all producing food, minerals, and energy. That's all fine. And we've also got armies on the planet. So these guys are produced from the fact that we have an enforcer pop. So we go back to population. We can see we have an enforcer job. So they're actually giving us some defensive armies. I think, or is it the planetary? Right. Enforcers produce unity, crime, and spawn defense armies. Right, so yes, it's coming from the enforcer. Yeah, that's fine. Good, that's what I thought. That's fine. And we can also see the sort of makeup of our planet. Currently, it's all Bagugian because we haven't met any other races. 21% of them are militarist, 32% are authoritarian, 21% of the egalitarian, that's the ones who are enslaved, and then we've got 25% xenophile. And we can also see that the pop approval rating, this is weighted. So you can see that the rulers are very happy, as you would expect, and they've actually got 46% of the political power, which means almost half of that approval rate is them. The slaves, on the other hand, only 6%. So only 6% of that approval rating is their 10%. So actually, slaves don't matter as much as rulers, which is so true to real life, it hurts. Anyway, so the new planetary system is fantastic. I can't express how good it is. But as much as I could gush about this for the entire episode, I'm not going to. We're going to move on. So next thing up, we're going to get physics research. So research has, again, changed quite a bit, mostly because, obviously, it ties into planets and stuff like that. So we actually can now upgrade our stations. So we can increase our research station output by 10% with the 0G laboratories, which is really nice because we never had a chance. Normally, if you get 3 physics research and you pop a station on it, 3 physics research, nothing ever changes. So it's nice that we've got a bit of a way to increase that. However, I think we're going to go for global energy management because that's going to give us the energy grid building, which we can then construct on Bagugi Prime. And Bagugi Prime, as I said, is quite good with the energy districts. So I think getting more energy on there, piling that up, would be quite strong. So let's get the global energy management there. Thurnhus is going to get pop growth speed, do we think? Naval capacity. So soldier jobs increase naval capacity, but I don't think we need that right now. Society research. I think pop growth speed is probably more important, so we'll grab that. And Gah Uni is. I mean, we've got geothermal fracking there. Minerals from miners, 10%. Minerals don't quite have. They don't have quite the same impact as they used to. They're still useful, but they're not. They're not the be-all and end-all, so you don't really need to just stack as much mineral production as possible. Which I think is a great change because it did turn into a bit of just stack minerals and hope for the best. So I like the fact that now there's a bit more to balance. It's a bit more interesting. I think it means the game's a bit more fulfilling, I think, personally. So we're going to do that. All good. That's our research sorted. I'm not going to build anything in Bulgari Prime at the moment because we don't have any pops to do anything anyway, so it would just be costing us upkeep. No point doing that at this point in time. So we've got a science ship. We've got the FTJ Gojum. So we're going to send him... let's send him over here. Let's do that. Let's grab that one and then that one, and then we'll head over here, I think. And then maybe over here. Let's do something like that. That seems pretty good. And our construction ship is just going to sit there for the moment. In fact, what we are going to do is we're going to build another science ship. Now you can see science ships cost alloys rather than minerals. Alloys are like consumer goods produced by factories, and they again consume minerals to produce alloys. So another little industry chain there. Alloys are, I believe, predominantly military based. So they're all more about building your ships and your stations and that kind of thing. Mining stations still cost minerals, but the combat ships, construction ships, all that kind of stuff, they cost alloys. So we're going to build another science ship, the Goslov class. Get one of those up. Let's start off. And our ships are going to make their way into the dark. Hopefully.
Upscaling complete.
Okay, we've got another science ship, the Cyalin. Cyalin. Oh god. Well, this isn't a great selection, is it? It's all bloody engineering research. Okay, well, I guess we'll grab Fern Cass because he's the youngest Bugagi, and considering they tend to burst at the drop of a hat, it's probably a good idea. Let's send you to survey this system, and then we'll send you up here. Something like that, I think.
A system has been surveyed.
And you know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to... Yeah, we've got Map the Stars. So Map the Stars is going to increase the survey speed and increase our anomaly discovery chance, which is quite nice. That's going to be for 11 years. It's going to cost us some influence, but I think I'm fine with that. Pretty happy. Getting to Mizar and Pavag. Construction ship. Do you want to build some mining stations? Yeah, go and build some mining stations. That's gonna help. We've also got trade value, which we've just found over in Mizar over here. So that's fortuitous timing. Oh, and some alloys. We'll concentrate on trade value for the moment. So currently we have 33 trade value at Bagugi, and that's coming from Bagugi Prime because it's an inhabited planet. It's going to provide some level of trade. Now we do actually get energy credits from trade. So trade, we're currently getting 33.34, and that's being converted directly into... Oh, hello. Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. So that's currently being converted into energy credits, just one-on-one. Now, actually, what you can do is, if we go to policies and go to the economic policy... No, well, trade policy, there we go. So we can see here, so we're currently on wealth creation, so trade value earns us 1 energy credit. But maybe we want to go consumer benefits, in which case it would provide less energy credits but more consumer goods. And marketplace of ideas would actually give us unity. So you can actually use trade for a lot of different things. Again, very good choice. I know, not just having it as just generates more money, you can actually do something different with it. It's a choice you have to make, and I really like that. Really like that a lot. Okay, so let's have a look at this anomaly. So, looks like Gahus has found an unusually deliberate geometric configuration of minerals drift through the debris belt of L49-12 and is probably of alien origin. It's going to take you quite a long time to have a look at it, though. It's 300. Okay, just leave it for the moment. We'll worry about that later, I think. I'm not going to worry too much about that at this moment in time. So we have actually found some alloys. Now, alloys are uncommon to find in space, identified. But you can find it, and indeed we have actually found one right there. So we could mine that, and that would give us 1 more alloy, as per usual. And that's quite nice. As I say, they're not common, so good to grab it when you can. A small and otherwise insignificant moon orbiting this gas giant appears to be on a trajectory that will result in a collision with its primary. We'll leave B for now. Again, that's quite tricky to do, so move on. We'll worry about it in a bit.
Outlier identified.
Oh, hello. So the FTJ Gojum has discovered a previously unknown strategic resource on FL3452 dubbed volatile motes. These preternatural particles contain a tremendous amount of energy which could be exploited in energy production as fuel or even as explosives. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation.
Market outlier identified.
Oh god, we're finding all the crap. What's this? A large amount of ship debris can be found in orbit around this moon, possibly the remnants of some kind of massive fleet action. Leave that for the moment. And we're picking up life signs coming from someone within this interior of this asteroid. This definitely warrants a closer investigation. It's only going to take 180. It's routine. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. We'll have a look at that one. Picking up quite a few anomalies, actually, which is good. I like anomalies. We probably
Upscaling complete.
Good. We probably want you to build research station as well. Let's get that engineering research up and going. Quite nice to have. We've got some more society research and some energy credits there. You both...
Potential market survey completed.
Got another one. Efforts to map the asteroid fauna. Amazingly, while conducting their survey of FL3452, the crew of the FTJ Gojum pick up several life signs coming from within the asteroid. There appears to be a colony of large burrowing worm-like lithivores within the rocks, which have been riddled with tunnels. These unique life forms are somehow adapted to a life in the coldness of space. These creatures should be studied. And Gahus has got another level. Excellent. And we've also found efforts to map the surface of the planet have identified as a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. It does not appear to have been formed naturally. Again, leave be for now. We've got a lot of stuff that is just really too hard for you to look at. So deep space dwellers. The Floating Turtle Jellyfish plc is abuzz with the news of alien organisms encountered by the FTJ Gojum some time ago. Seemingly native to deep space, they have made the extremophile creatures of Bagugi Prime appear frail by comparison, while some doubted encountering alien life was ultimately expected and anticipated, but nothing could have prepared expectant Bagugian xenobiologists for the fascinating extreme conditions in which life thrives. Fascinating. Yep, they're loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay, so we're actually finding some good stuff out here. There's some okay, so if we have a look at our shipyard, we'll find that we have a trade hub. And it says that the collection range is +1.
Outlier identified.
Okay, good. Now that means that we can actually pick up trade goods from within one jump of us. So we found some trade goods here. We found some more alloys as well. Excellent. So if we were to build an outpost here, we would not get this trade value because it's more than one jump away. But if we were to create another trade hub, we would actually then start collecting that. The other problem might be that we might start getting pirate raiders because we don't have that defended. And so what we'd need is some patrols to go and try and defend that trade. Something like that. And that's also changed. So pirates no longer just pop up next to your territory. They will actually pop up in areas where trade is not being protected. Which is nice because we've also got this empire size. So we're kind of limited to how many systems, how many planets we can take. And that means we might actually go, you know what, I don't want this system. There's nothing really in there. There's no point taking it. Especially because as a megacorp we get larger penalties for going over the administrative cap. The administrative cap is not a hard wall. It's actually it will give you some negatives, but it's actually not too bad. So it's fine for normal empires. For megacorps, you don't really want to go over it if you can help it because the penalties you get are quite severe. Okay, so we found an anomaly. The vessel of some kind has crashed into the surface of this asteroid. Wreckage from the craft can still be found within the impact crater. It's only routine, so yes, go and have a look at that. In fact, we've got quite a lot of stuff. So this system here is a bit boring. So we might decide, you know what, I don't actually want to build an outpost. It's 2 energy credits. It's not really going to be worth taking that system because each system we do take actually increases our empire size by 2. So we want to be a little bit careful about what systems we actually decide to start picking up. Okay, we've picked up our first tradition. So this is a tricky choice because so much has changed. I always like going discovery first. I'm sort of still erring towards discovery and expansion. Although prosperity is still good. I'm not particularly bothered by harmony. Domination. Diplomacy would be good when we've got more trade. I think I'm going to go discovery. Our curiosity about the universe is what got us this far, and there is still so much left to discover. Increases anomaly research speed by +20%. Considering we're getting so many anomalies at the moment, that sounds like a good shout. So we'll grab that one. There we go. Okay, construction ship. We want you to probably go and grab this system over here, I think.
Market outlier identified.
Okay, there is significant scarring on the surface of the world in a pattern that cannot be natural. From orbit, the massive rifts look almost like writing. Research away. So having a couple of alloys here is, as far as I'm aware, it seems to be quite unusual, because I've had a couple with a large empire. Again, I haven't played this very much, so this could be, you know, wrong or right. But I've always felt that alloys seem quite rare, quite uncommon. So getting two is quite unusual. Crashed scout craft. A small scout craft of some kind ploughed into the surface of this asteroid millennia ago, creating a shallow canyon. There is no visible cockpit of the ship, leading our scientists to believe that it was either piloted by remote or through some kind of primitive artificial intelligence. Although it is too damaged to be salvaged, the ship hasn't been picked clean by looters yet. We will study its design. It's going to give us some more engineering research. I think our research is going to be quite a while at this rate, isn't it? Technology. Yes, I always feel like it's worth getting another research lab, potentially. So, contact report remnants. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absence, reads a popular Newsnet post on Pagugi Prime. The people of the Floating Turtle Jellyfish plc are apparently finding some humour in the fact that lower forms of alien life are now a matter of public record, but potential equals from other stars continue to elude us. Science Officer Gahus reports on the traces found on WT9-09- it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? Seemingly only added an ironic twist to the situation. Well, so glad. Alien writing. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Rockbat 1. The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere, and apparently it's a short story chronicling the life of a difficult life of an alien mercenary. Fascinating. I'm sure.
Potential market survey completed.
We do actually have another pot. What I might do is actually build another generator district. So I'm going to do that.
Upscaling
I'm
complete.
Also going to knock down the slums so those lazy bastards can stop floating around and start working in my generator district. Good. And we've also finished off claiming this system, so we're going to build a mining station, and then we're going to build a research station. Let's do that. Okay, this is actually quite a nice system. We're definitely going to go down and grab that. This one I'm not too sure about. Might not bother with that one.
Future market survey complete.
Good. Quite a lot of society research around. So that could be quite useful. Generator district is coming up. Excellent. And then we're going to knock down those slums. So that should increase our energy a bit. So we're currently on 21. And I think it takes about a month for the job to register. There we go. We're up to 25 energy. Very nice. Oh, we found planets.
Market survey completed.
And another anomaly. This one's challenging. Repeated scans of Chasseres 2's surface give inconsistent sensor readings, almost as if the planet itself is in a constant state of upheaval. Yeah, we'll leave B for now. We've got some planets over here. Okay, there's an Arctic world, a size 14. And an Alpine world, size 23. Okay, good. Alpine worlds aren't our preferred habitats, but they're not too far off. So it could be worse. Okay, that's all there was in that. So it's only 3 physics research there. You should be coming up here now.
Upscaling complete.
Pagugi Prime has finished his construction queue. Good. So we should have. We've got the extra pop there, so that's finished that off, and we've got now more energy. So we're up to 29 energy. Oh, hello. Encounter in Stenlar. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Stenlar system. These strange objects have been flagged as Stenlar until we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. Interesting. Who are these guys then? Ah, so this is an enclave. So they will trade with us. Potentially, if we get them in our space, in our territory, then they will actually increase their opinion of us slowly. So that could be quite useful. So contact report, enigmatic spacefarers. The Floating Turtle Jellyfish plc has finally encountered fellow wanderers among the stars. Despite their intentions being unknown and potentially even hostile, the atmosphere on Bulgogi Prime following the report from our contact fleet can be best described as rapturous. Intriguing. Okay, so we probably want to head up that direction as well. There should be another planet.
Identified.
Ooh, by chance we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this planet. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? Check it out, I guess. Sure. Can't hurt. Let's go and continue surveying something like this. And then come back. And then that one. I might actually get another science ship, so maybe I should do that. So, what do I want? I want that one, don't I? Shipyard. Let's get another science ship. Mummified pilot. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species has been found drifting in high orbit of I-Plade 1. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit complete with a helmet and may have been a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse provides some interesting data. That's more society research, a tragic fate. Indeed.
Potential market survey completed.
Okay.
Upscaling complete.
I'm tempted to get this system, but I think we should probably move towards... Let's go in this direction, because there's planets here. We know there's planets here. Okay. So we surveyed this, and we can actually see that this has quite a few agricultural districts and quite a few mining districts, but very few generators. So this could be a good mining and food world. So it's good to keep that in mind. What about the Alpine? So the Alpine, it's actually got quite a few agricultural districts. And it's actually got some... Oh, it's got a crystal forest. Glittering crystals grow like hoarfrost in these exotic forests. So that will allow us to construct crystal mines, which we can then use to extract some of these special resources. So we've got the volatile motes there, exotic gases, rare crystals, living metal, zro, dark matter, and nanites. So we can get some rare crystals from that, and they can be used in... I think they can be used by buildings. But I also think... Yes, so they can be used in edicts. So you can see 29 volatile motes would give volatile land clearance, which would reduce the blocker cost and time. Focusing crystals, energy weapon damage, reactive armor, explosive. So in a war, you can potentially boost your offensive and defensive capabilities by using these resources. So that is quite nice. Quite a nice little change there. I like that. In fact, I like everything they've done. We've got the Nimbala. The Nimbala is going to have... Fern Fuju? Yep, you're up because you are adaptable, so you're going to learn a little bit quicker. You are going to come over here and survey these systems. Something like that would be fine.
Potential market survey completed.
We're going to go in that direction. That's good. We want to... a habitable world survey. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Bulgogi Prime. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. Yeah, alright, sure, whatever. Oh, and we've received a transmission from the independent space station of the MegaCorp. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Welcome to MegaCorp. We are a business conglomerate operating out of the Stellaris system, specialising in trade. That's us. We do that as well, apart from the Stellaris. We're in the Bulgogi system. The very building blocks of civilization, as we say here at MegaCorp. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you're interested in making a good deal. Okay, well, we're probably not going to do that right this instant. And we've picked up another tradition, which... Survey speed, I quite like survey speed. Research alternatives is quite nice as well, but currently our research is so slow. So let's get the survey speed to boldly go. A new age of exploration is upon us. As we once mapped the surface of our homeworld, we must now brave new terrain, space. There is a galaxy full of wonder waiting to be discovered. Good stuff. Good stuff. So far, so good. Right, so we're getting to scats.
Market outlier identified.
Ship sensors are picking up unexpected pattern of interference in the scat system. Really? Okay, well, look into it then, but be careful. For the love of God. For the love of God. We're building a construction. Right, we want to build a starbase outpost here. So we can colonize. I played 2. Because we haven't personified science. The FTJ Gojum crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the scat system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation to be precise, and one that Science Officer Gahus cannot seem to get out of their head. Who or what may have composed this song remains unknown, although its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesic suggests a point of origin from outside of our galaxy. Curious. Actually given us quite a lot of research. 14, 16, 33 months. Okay, good. Good. And we are building some stuff there.
Upscaling complete.
Excellent. We found
Future market survey complete.
World. An Alpine world in Bunda. I'm going to build a research lab because I think we could do with some more research. So we're going to build a research lab. We actually have some unemployed pops there. That is going to use up some of our consumer
Potential
goods.
market survey completed.
Scientist Fern Cass has learned, developed a new skill. Okay, good. What skill? Where are you? Apparently, computing. Okay, good. That's fine. Although not massively useful, but sure. Could be worse. And oh, we've got a size 20 Arctic world here. Okay, great. We haven't found much in the way of minerals though around us, have we? So actually, I think colonizing I played 3.
Market outlier identified.
2 even. Sorry. What's this? Sensor profile of a mid-sized vessel has been briefly detected inside the upper atmosphere of this gas giant. Leave it for the moment. Come back to it. I played 2. Yes, I think we want to colonize this one. So we're going to so that's going to cost us 200 food, 200 alloys, and 200 consumer goods, all of which we have. I play prime. That's fine. Let's get that building. Excellent. Do I want to build? Where's the energy? The energy is on. I mean, there's no harm building it, is there? We'll go and do that. And then I think we'll go and build an outpost over here and head to what, because there's an Arctic world there, so we want that one as well. And I also want to get Stenlar in our territory. Oligarch Fossilane? Is that our... We never looked at our... He wants to secure the borders. Well, we're not going to build any defences right this instant. He likes minerals. He's got home in the... Okay, so starbase, module cost and upgrade cost is reduced. And leader level cap and leader experience gain is increased. That's really nice. Especially because the Bagugians, pop quite quickly. Cohesion. What's that mean? External hype. Okay, so basically, if we've got like systems all over the place, right? This is to stop snaking, isn't it? That's to stop snaking. That's fine. That's fine. I saw that in the dev clash where some of the empires were snaking all over the place to grab the best systems, and I guess that's the way to stop that one. That's fine. It's understandable, to be honest. Okay, so far so good. Continuing to have a look. That one's got. It's quite.
Future market survey complete.
Quite large. Atmospheric readings from Marjek 3A do not match simulated projectors. Well, all right, look into it then. I don't know what the simulations are, so. And this Arctic world has a lot of Oh, it's also got more crystal forests. Oh, that's quite nice. So we could actually get quite a few rare crystals. We could, yeah, that's good.
Potential market survey completed.
Good. I'm getting our alloy, colonizing that world. We're doing survey. Yeah, we definitely want to grab that one if we can.
Upscaling complete.
Haven't seen any other empires yet.
Research
As of yet,
actualized.
Nothing. We have actually got the geothermal fracking, so we will now go for. I mean, we haven't run into any other empires, so I'm not overly concerned about that yet. What I might do is maybe the production targets. Mineral purification plants would give 15% minerals and a minor job. So let's grab that. It's sort of like the mineral version of the global energy management, I guess. We've only got 5 months before we get our extra pop, which is good. Swirling shadows. Immense ragged planes of shadow drift across Marjek 3's A's face. They are cast not by clouds but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged or rather jointed to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Fern Cass is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. Okay, good. I mean, deeply disturbing, but good. Good. Okay, so let's get our construction ship over here. What's this? Oh, an arid world, size 25 as well. I mean, not very useful for us, but we could always terraform it later, potentially.
Research actualized.
Okay, more research. We've got our pop growth speed. Eco simulation would give us more food. Planetary unification would give us more unity. I'm thinking maybe go for unity. I think that might be cool. I mean, +2 unity is like a 20% increase. So let's go for planetary unification. Let's do that. Yeah, we really do need... We've got more research, haven't we? We have got more research. It's just nowhere near enough. Need more research. That's what we need.
Upscaling complete.
Good. Okay, we've got a colony ship. Colony ship is going to iPlayed. Good. I'm starting to think maybe... could actually do
potential market survey completed.
We could actually do the encouraged planetary growth,
complete.
Because that for 120 months gives the 25% pop growth speed. That does cost 1,000 food, but we've got 1,000 food, and we're in food anyway. So
a system has been surveyed.
So that's actually, our population is now going to be increasing by 4.5 a month, or 4.05, and increased by 35%.
Potential market survey completed.
Get that. And hello. Who's this? So these guys are the Caravanneers. So they're basically, you know, the Bentusi from Homeworld? They're them, if they sold lockboxes, which they didn't, but if they did. So basically they're like gamblers, basically, and they will sell us stuff once we have contact with them. So that's actually quite nice to have them so close. That's good. Science ship isn't doing, I think. Okay, you can come down here, do something like that. Maybe come up here and go around. Yeah, that's all good. That is fine. We're surveying that. We're currently snaking up towards Senla. I might not worry about Syakothia. But if I head to Widborl. If we can head there, maybe call that one end of our empire, and then try and get this system as well, maybe up to here potentially. And we can, I mean, the Caravanneers are their own empire, so we could like stop about there, and then we've got a nice little sort of pocket of space there with some good minerals, some nice planets as well. So a lot that's actually quite good for us, and we can just concentrate on building tool, and then finally trying to meet some alien races so we can stake our little tendrils in there, float on over, and construct some drug labs or something, just for shits and giggles. But unfortunately, that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.